Then it's only right I say I'm out. Yeah. Shark Tank is probably all this money or the cars only parking. I've been eating good.
What up, my rapper gang? In this video, we're talking about rap song structure, all types from basic to advanced, what's currently and commonly used as a rap song structure. I'm going to show you how to arrange a song and then give you examples of a song arranged very well. Now, this is extremely important for numerous reasons. In this video, number one, I'm going to explain to you what rap song structure is. Number two, I'm going to explain to you why it is so vital. And then number three, how to arrange a song properly. We're going to get into this. I'm going to show you examples. I'm also kind of going to show you some song structure secrets. What? In case you don't know, song structure, which is also called song arrangement, is how different sections in a song are positioned to make up the overall composition of a song. Yeah. Now, most songwriters or rappers or lyricists, they don't tend to really understand the massive value and importance of good song arrangement when it comes to bringing the listener on a trip or a ride or a vibe through a song. Because as artists, we typically just tend to think of the lyrics and the way that our voice sounds. When you really break it down, just as important, and the reason why somebody who is the producer gets half of the song is because the instrumentation, the beat, and the arrangement of the beat are very, very important. The order of the instruments, the vocals, the loudness of each part, and how much instrumentation or instruments are in each part is part of the arrangement. And the arrangement is going to intrigue somebody who's a listener to want to keep listening all the way through. It has to tickle their ear, and it has to bring them on a roller coaster pretty much. You have to get them on the roller coaster, bring them through the ride, and then arrange it so well that they want to get on the ride again. When you structure a song correctly across the board, it'll be exciting the whole song, and it'll build. Okay, and when you have that type of build, it's called crescendo. And crescendo is a slight progressive increase in volume. That's why you'll have a song that kind of starts here, and when it ends, it's generally as loud as it gets, especially in pop music. And there's a reason for that. Because if you get on a roller coaster, where's the most enjoyable part? You know what I'm saying? It's really towards the end, at the end, and then it just kind of calms down. And what happens? You want to get back on that motherfucker, right? It's the same way with the song. The way that you arrange them inside of that beat all the way through the song matters because it carries the listener through the song. And that's why song arrangement is so important. Yeah! All right, the 6 main pieces of a rap song's arrangement, and as well as all popular music in general right now, is number one, you have an intro. Number 2 is verses. Number 3 is pre-chorus or post-chorus and or both. Number 4 is chorus. Number 5 is bridge. And number 6 is outro. Now I'm gonna explain to you why each one of these individually are extremely important. Number 1, the intro brings the listener in. If you pull them in within the first 10 seconds, they're already intrigued, they wanna keep listening. You need that, especially since you don't get paid from a stream on a streaming platform such as Spotify unless they listen for at least 30 seconds. So if you don't pull them in the first 10 seconds, they're not gonna get to 30 seconds and you don't get paid for a stream. Very valuable, very important. You already know why the verse is important, but you also need to understand, and I have videos on this, how to pull them in with certain lyrics and certain rhythms and certain flows immediately inside of your verse. If you jump in rapping and it's not interesting, I'm turning it off. Okay, a pre-chorus is what leads or starts building the tension and really starts hyping the piece up prior to the chorus, so when the chorus drops, it hits even harder. And the chorus is obviously the most important part because this is why people turn a song back on. You turn a song back on to hear that chorus. 99% of the time, that's the reason why, right? And then a bridge is not always existent, but a bridge is the piece towards the end of the song. Is also called a middle 8, generally towards the end of the song. Well, that's why it's called a bridge. It bridges the gap. Bridge happens about here, and it bridges it for this final chorus to happen where it's just super loud and the song goes off. You don't always have a bridge, but a lot of songs do have bridges. Bridges are extremely, in pop music, there's generally always a bridge, like every Taylor Swift song. How you do the outro is the mood that you're leaving the listener with when the song goes off. Do you fade it at the end? Do you cut it off abruptly? How long is the outro? How does it make them feel when it's over? And more importantly, does the outro make them want to go back to the intro again? Because that's how you get that repeat. That's how you get them to keep streaming your song. That's what you want. So now let's talk about the most popular song arrangements in rap music today.
Blood out.
All right, now these are the 2 most popular forms of song arrangement, and it's very simple. Don't get overwhelmed with it. It means obviously it's always gonna start with an intro, right? So it can go intro, then it goes straight to a verse, and that can be 8 bars, 12 bars, 16 bars. It really depends on your song, the delivery, and how you're building it. Then it goes to chorus, verse, chorus, chorus, outro. Now the reason there's a double chorus is obviously they wanna keep hearing that chorus. Right? There's so much of song arrangement, but it's so beautiful what you can do with it. But let's keep going. Now, the second one that's very popular is intro chorus. So instead of having a verse first and building to the chorus comes in immediately. And people want to hear that, so they know they don't have to wait for it. But it also, again, it depends on how you build your song. So intro, chorus, verse, chorus, outro. That's very simple. And this is a very standard way that people make songs. It doesn't necessarily always have to be a double chorus at the end. Maybe it's just one chorus. It really depends on a lot of factors, but these are the standard. Now let's talk about Lil Tecca's Ransom, okay? Because there's only one verse in it. While there's not a 100%, ooh, this is exactly what you have to do, they generally follow the same guidelines from the ones I just showed you. So with Lil Tecca's Ransom song, he goes, this is actually how he does it. And it's a bit of an extended verse. But the reason why you like the song so much is because what? Look at how much of the song is chorus.
Oh God.
It's all just the catchiest parts over and over again. And a lot of pop music is like this, but generally pop music at least tells a story, which his song doesn't tell a story at all. Generally to be a second verse to round up whatever was said in the first verse and complete the story. Right? But in this circumstance, he didn't need to because it's just a rap song about really nothing, right? But it's very catchy. So there's a lot of chorus going on. And what's that do? That makes you want to repeat the song over and over and over again. And also, the listener knows the lyrics for 80% of the song. Why? Because 80% of the song is the same. And it's also the same melody. So it's easy to remember. And this is why a song like this can blow up. Very easy, very short song as well. And that's why it has a lot of replay value. As saying follow this, it depends on your song, it depends on your melodies, it depends on a lot of things. But this works too. There's no 100% rule, but generally, you're always gonna have the verse or the chorus first. Song arrangement is about, you have to build your song, you have to decide how it goes, okay? And if you're producing your own beats, you also have to decide where certain instruments go and layer them in certain places so that the song builds properly. Remember I said, the length of a verse depends on how you build the song. If you go listen to my song Shark Tank, you're gonna notice that the first verse, is only 4 bars. And then what happens? The chorus seamlessly comes in right after 4 bars, all right? And then you have another verse. And then the hook comes back again, and then you have another verse. There's actually 3 verses in this song. But I'm allowed to do 3 verses because the first verse was only 4 bars. But I didn't want to jump in right with the hook because I wanted to build into the hook. So the chorus happens, verse happens, chorus happens, verse happens, and then there's actually an outro that is entertaining and has audio and snippets of them talking. I didn't just end it. I ended it by wrapping up the story as if I was delivering a pitch on Shark Tank. So that it creates an overall experience. And this is a different arrangement than the other arrangements we talked about. But look at it. Verse, chorus, outro. Right? Very easy, very easy. Again, the amount of bars that you decide to do depends on how you're writing the song. Depends on the flow of the song, depends on the melodies you've chosen. I had a song I wrote last week where I had 16 bars I really liked, but the last 4 bars just didn't go right. Like the delivery of the first 12, especially the bars that 9 through 12, I loved the delivery of them and it made more sense for it to end on these bars to go into the hook. So I deleted the 16, left it with 12, okay? Like you have to make these decisions. How does it flow? Cut out pieces. Then actually another song that I made, the most recent song that I made, I cut out a ton of bars. And now they have like 12 bar verses and then it jumps right back into the super catchy hook. And actually, I don't even end with a chorus. I end with verse. Okay, there's 12 bars at the end of the song and then it goes out. And what this does to the listener and why I decided to do this is the hook is so catchy on this song. When it ends, you're like, oh my God, there's no hook. Where's the hook? I need to hear this hook again. They have to loop it again to hear the song, like to hear the hook again. And that's a little bit of a trick. You can't always do that, but I can. And the reason being is the way that I left off the end of the song. I murdered the verse on the very end, so you always want to hear me murder it. And I had the hardest bar as the last bar on the song, and it's just like, it ends with like aggression. And you're like, oh my God, I want to hear that again. So again, as far as the rules go, it's not always rules. This is one of the first songs I've ever done this where I ended it with a verse, not with a chorus. So this is actually a good time for me to make this video, right? There's not always a rule. It depends on how does this song need to end? What's gonna make the listener wanna loop this again? What sounds the best? And also I had a lot of bars for this. There wasn't even a hook at first on this. It was just like 3 minutes of bars. Then it turned out I didn't like a lot of the bars, so I started cutting out the bars that weren't as flowy, didn't match as well, and I replaced those parts with the hook area, and then I went back in, I took out something that wasn't entertaining enough, and I added speed rap in there. Because I'm like, this needs some speed rap somewhere to change it up and excite the listener. And that happens in the second verse before the hook happens, which is the last hook that happens in the song. So you just wanna hear that all again. It's all about the ride, okay? This is a song arrangement. If you guys want to check out my songwriting courses, my lyric writing courses, I'll put links below for you. But this is just the how to rap basics. Song structure is very important, but it's a very basic thing, and you need to learn this. Typically, it's 16 bar verse, 8 to 16 bar chorus, 16 bar verse, okay? That's how it generally is. But you can see there's no rules. It's about how does it sound? How does it flow? How can you get them to replay it? And that's rap song structure. Hit me with a like, hit me with a comment, okay? If you have anything you want to say or any questions you want to ask, and make sure you subscribe. When you hit subscribe, hit that little bell. I want to see you guys hit the little bell, okay? When you hit the little bell, it's going to like ding. So every time I release a video, you're going to get notified and this bell is going to go off, okay? Because I want you guys to keep learning. If you guys want to learn, hit that bell when you hit subscribe. And if you already subscribed, click it again and hit that little bell, okay? I appreciate it. I'm going to keep teaching you guys. You guys are going to learn everything you need to know. 2020 is my year, and I'm about to blow up. Actually, I'm already blowing up, all right? Follow along. Check out my music. I'm going to put a link below, all right? Check out my Spotify. Booming, okay? Keep hustling, gang. I'm going to show you everything I learned all the way at the top, and I'll see you at the top.
And it's only right I say I'm out. Yeah. Shark Tank is probably all this money or the cars only parking. I've been eating good, stacking chips like a card game. Walk around knowing none of shit like a fart stand. All my shit is new age. I'm new wave, about to hang out with your baby, yeah, there's a